afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another glorious, another exciting, another epic Propagandacast from the host, Imperial Dane. I hope you're strapped in. I hope you've got some popcorn, candy, or whatever ready alongside a nice big glass of your favorite beverage, chilled or heated. This is definitely going to be one for the books. With me, your host, Imperial Dane, we shall be watching Kaipao fighting for the Americans, fighting for the 1st Infantry Division. Opposing him shall be Pffrestyler with a Kettenkrad fighting for the 17th SS Panzergrenadiers Division, Götz von Berlichingen. We are seeing a very aggressive Kettenkrad stand out for him. He's not going for the fuel point right next to his base, he's going for the one right up here. I mean, really, absolutely ballistic, aggressive play, and a second Kettenkrad out. Second, I mean, certainly you'll see a lot more higher level players actually go for 2 Kettenkrads at the very least, thus freeing up the Panzergrenadiers to only fight the opponent. I mean, that's also generally the better trick, since Panzergrenadiers don't take territory quite as fast. And right there, I mean, we clearly see why he's doing that. He's hopefully partly doing this to sort of delay any further resource capturing here, but he's also just using it as a set-off point to go for the American fuel point. At the same time, Kaipao is moving up rather aggressively himself with a free engineer start. He knows he has to fight the camping ability of a Panzergrenadier force himself, you know, with Kettenkrad. So we are seeing free engineers out as well. Rifleman squad out, and he's placing his barracks in the middle of his base again. There is some discussion, I mean, I believe it is Sefa who rather places it in the middle of things, so again you can basically have them moving and reinforce, instead of having them to have to sort of gap in the base where you can't reinforce, and again you sort of have to order it all over again. So in that way, it's pretty clever. And again, it's definitely one way of doing it. At the same time, we are seeing Pffrestyler, only one squad of Panzergrenadiers, and there we go, going straight for the fuel again. Rifleman squad is going to move out there, but definitely he might be able to actually render it neutral. And there we go, logistic company up and already flashing away. Could be we might see some scout cars early on for the Panzer Elite, which could definitely mean he might be rushing for something else. But again, this is going to be a match of many surprises, so I will not spoil it. Kettenkrad though coming under fire, and there we go, point rendered neutral. Clear strategy somewhat in place here for Pffrestyler. Again, he's clearly intent on denying fuel, denying resources, causing consternation, and also obviously trying to sort of deny any counters to what he might have in play, which obviously means he's definitely going to have some vehicles.
Losing ground,
or just perhaps even BARs, who knows. But there we go, going for the points as well. Really aggressive play with the Kettenkrads. He's taking territory, but mostly he's focusing on just taking away territory from his opponent, making it much more difficult for Kaipao to sort of make a focused effort towards the front lines with even the riflemen. And there we go, scout car is out for Pffrestyler. Leichte Panzerspähwagen mit die MG. Might try to secure the fuel point there, which again would be an indicator of what he intends to do. And another scout car on the way, more on the way from the headquarters. More riflemen on the way for Kaipao. Looks like he will soon have 3 engineers and 3 rifleman squads. And there we go, logistic upgrade up. The radio antennas are up, which were largely made actually for command vehicles. But there you go. Nice MG position there. Should be able to do a bit of damage to any advancing troops from a certain angle. Kaipao doing his best to sort of keep up with harassment being inflicted upon him. And we're actually straight on for the Panzerjäger Company, a second scout car up, so clearly an armoured car rush on the mind here for Pffrestyler. Of course, he might be worrying of some sort of response from Kaipao, which there's certainly been some strategies of late from the American, including one engineered by Armstrong, which is rather intent on defeating most Panzergrenadier strategies or Panzer Elite strategies. So that could be why Pffrestyler might be trying something a bit more armoured car oriented, but also a bit more rush oriented and a little less infantry oriented, at least initially. And these are coming out of fire from the scout car number 2. And there we go, the MG is actually doing quite a bit of damage. The scout car's MG is actually alright. The problem with the scout car is it's very slow in turning, which rather means it's a bit more of a support vehicle or something on the flanks or anything like that. It is not something, again, you're going to push into the fight like the other armoured car, even at all. But if you know how to use it, it can actually be alright. Looks like we are finally seeing a move towards up there, but again, currently the Americans are holding most of the map, most of the territory. That definitely means it's going to be an uphill fight for Pffrestyler, but again, he knew this. Why he went for the scout car right here as soon as he could. He knew this was going to be an uphill fight. He knew it wasn't going to be easy. Mines being attempted right there, nicely done by Kaipao. Though initially he does not quite succeed. Mines there. Kaipao is definitely going to make it harder for the Panzer Fleet to advance. There's of course the Kenkrat spot it all. Going for cut-off points. Going for the other points as well. Armoured cars soon on the way. Done for that matter. And we're already seeing Kaipao moving on. He knows, of course, he probably has to expect something. He's not seen a lot of Panzergrenadiers, so he probably knows what's going to happen. He's going to need some sort of counter for armoured cars. And in this case, he's figuring his own armoured cars. Panzer's moving up, supporting the scout car. Bit of a wooden cart flying past. Minor engagement being inflicted here on the riflemen. Scout car, though, needs to be careful. Taking quite a bit of damage, and there we go. The first more properly armoured car out with the auto cannon. And there we go, lots of damage now being inflicted upon the Americans. Heavy damage, and there we go, rifleman squad on the retreat. Both squads, in fact, retreat in front of this mechanized reconnaissance force, as armoured cars were used for that. Not uncommon, though, to see infantry actually support them, because German tactics for reconnaissance rather had the armoured cars follow up on a penetration in the enemy lines made by the Panzergrenadiers of the reconnaissance battalion. Fun little fact there. Then the armoured cars will sort of follow through, do the reconnaissance, and then pull back. Of course, that is also later on why they tried stuff with the heavy armoured cars like the Puma, so they didn't need to accompany them with infantry, so the armoured cars could handle themselves a bit better on their own. But lots of mines here. Nice minefield for Kaipao. He certainly knows how to sort of delay any armoured car advances. Another mine, really intense mining, and infantry doctrine chosen as well. The Pffrestyler so far seems to be taking the roads less travelled, probably figuring he might be spotting some mine, running into ones. But there we go, Greyhound on the way for Kaipao, rushing forward himself. And there we go, other armoured car though immediately hits a mine, damaged engine. Scout car moving up there. Kenkrat getting repaired. Second squad of Panzergrenadiers arrive for Pffrestyler on the 17th. And there we go, rifleman rushing into the house. This armoured car actually hits another mine. And there we go, opening up on it from a nice ensconced position within the house. And the second mine, oh dear, out of control. Mine's doing an absolutely great job for Kaipao. In stopping it, of course, a Kenkrat could easily have rendered it all neutral, but Kaipao was quite confident he would not meet those. And certainly mining when you're dealing with a Panzer Fleet does require some confidence, but in this case it's paying off. He just knocked out an armoured car, pretty much suffering no losses in the process. And there we go, M8 armoured car, and Pffrestyler is completely open. He's got nothing that can actually stop it. We are seeing Luftwaffe doctrine out. A Luftwaffe field division sends out some troops perhaps to support the 17th SS, and looks like a second armoured car could go down. No. Apparently Kaipao is perhaps a bit worried about some appearance of an anti-tank half-track, but no. There we go, main gun destroyed. One more hit, and out of control. In fact, already the Luftwaffe troops see the armoured car burst into flames in front of their very eyes. The crews burning alive inside the armoured car, while the Greyhound rolls forward, now with a 50 caliber on the way. Panzer is going to find his way cut off. Pffrestyler pushing up hard on the left flank with the scout car, but he's running into serious troubles. Again, he's a bit unprotected against vehicles, so again, nicely done there by Kaipao. And question, of course, what will Kaipao go for next? Again, he's holding the advantage. Will he push it further? Mines going down again for Kaipao. Absolutely lovely mining. And again, so far mining that is paying off dividends. And certainly had a huge hand in knocking out both of those armoured cars we just saw from Pffrestyler and the 17th SS Panzergrenadiers. Machine gun and players being laid down. Kaipao is clearly intent on locking down Pffrestyler. Really aggressive play from both players, and the American player so far is handling himself quite diligently and quite excellently. And Rifleman squad actually taking up a small position here, waiting to ambush anything that might go for this point. Cheeky stuff. And there we go, the 30 caliber emplacements up, locking down this approach for any Panzergrenadiers. But what is this? The Marder 3 is out. The Panzerjäger of the Panzer 38 chances out with a Pak 40 mount. Going to be a bit difficult to deal with the armor cars with this. He's definitely going to need a second Marder fleet to really pull it off, though.
Long-range artillery is standing by.
And there we go. Another shot flies. Does not quite connect. And we are seeing Kaipao diligently repairing away. He's using the Kenkrad to sort of spot for him. Quite nicely, by the way. Infantry doctrine up, though not enough munitions. Anti-tank gun is up. Kaipao knows how to counter this. Let's go look at Pffrestyler, who might want to switch up his approach towards the right-hand side, though he seems so far more intent on breaking down the door here. With his Marder actually scoring off a series of kills on the infantry, impressively enough. The 17th SS are definitely a bit dug in. The Panzergrenadiers are having trouble advancing, and this squad is not looking good. Second Marder fleet equipped, and the 17th did have Marder fleets in their Panzerjäger Abteilung. They were supposed to have the new Jagdpanzer, or at least at that time the new Jagdpanzer 4 out, but they were still relegated to having the much older armoured car, or tank destroyer I mean, which was the Marder 3. And there we go. Machine gun replacement is down. The scout car rushes in, actually gets quite a few engineers with its machine gun quite nicely. But anti-tank gun opens up and damages the engine of the second scout car. 4 kills, but it could get knocked out soon. Infantry will need to quickly march up, even the heavily wounded Panzergrenadiers. And there we go. Scout car goes down. The anti-tank gun scores a kill. Gunner is out. A wreck in the marketplace, and the Greyhound moves in once more, although it's now much more. Oh, the house collapses! Marder free fire fires into the house, causing the foundation to crumble, leaving only the chimney stack left standing. And artillery going in. Off-map howitzer shoot, as it is awkwardly named, going in, killing one Panzer as the rest are charging in. Oh, it's actually a Luftwaffe squad member. Going in for the anti-tank gun, though has to be careful again. Very dense mining, and there we go, the armoured car opening up. One anti-tank gunner is dead. And, oh no, Luftwaffe was moving it, setting off the mine, killing the crew, and allowing the Marders to move in with the anti-tank gun gone, damaging the engine, or knocking out the Greyhound, which had been damaged by being too close to the mine set off by the Luftwaffe. Certainly a very, I'd say, brave Luftwaffe group, but obviously not for the reason they had intended. And again, always be careful about fighting around your own mines. Sadly, though, it seems like Pffrestyler is not intent on recapturing, but he's instead just going to knock out the anti-tank gun, thus denying it to Kaipao and the 1st Infantry, who looks like he might be sneaking in the rifleman hidden down here and going for the fuel point, but there's going to be a scout car in the way. And we're seeing increased squad sizes. I mean, what was an armoured car rush for him has now actually changed into a more, well, detour into infantry, and he's going for the increased squad size to really get the most out of it when another one's squad on the way. Lovely to see, though. Lovely to see some increased squad sizes. And also nice to see Pffrestyler actually adapting to what's going on. Rifleman, though, coming under fire from the scout car. One man down already, taking considerable damage from the MG. Sticky bomb going off on the armor car, another man down, and in fact they get suppressed by the MG on the scout car. Panzer is fighting here against the riflemen. Luftwaffe troops hastily retreating, moving up to repair the scout car, in fact. There we go, full in numbers, Panzer squad on the way. Riflemen retreating, more mines down. And the Panzergrenadier division is finally making some slight progress in the face of severe opposition. And the scout car was actually able to take down 5 riflemen. Again, it was largely due to the more open terrain, but definitely nice to see. And probably not what Kaipao and his infantrymen had in plan. And now we see Pffrestyler immediately setting up, destroying the next building to deny a strong point for his opponent. Now, of course, the current card is spotting all those mines, but the question is, will Pffrestyler actually remember it? And right there, another mine goes off, killing an unfortunate Panzergrenadier. But the 4-man squad moves out, barely dodging another mine. Engineers moving up, quickly running into the church, securing it in the name of the Third Reich. Lots of mines being spotted there. 3 mines spotted. That's going to be a lot of munitions scored there, but nonetheless, considering the damage he did with the other ones, I mean, I'd say overall the mines actually paid themselves off. And we're seeing a forward barracks being established in the church.
The enemy is seizing our territory.
Which will allow the Panzergrenadiers to reinforce and heal from this strong point. Americans going up on the left side, very nice. Anti-tank gun slightly hiding. And what will Kaipao be doing next? He might want to escalate this fight with some armor. But he's actually going for Browning automatics. Going to be pushing in towards the center, at the same time putting up some pressure on the left flank. He's actually down to 2 squads of riflemen by the looks of it. Must have missed 1 squad dying. That's actually a bit unfortunate. He will need to replace them. And we're actually seeing a howitzer up, an all-map howitzer for the infantry. Panzer is hitting another mine, almost dying in the process. Another squad pushes up, all equipped with Gewehr 43s. Riflemen slightly pulling back, not wanting to fight this storm of fire. Even apparently the Marder's doing alright against the infantry all of a sudden. But now there is a howitzer, and we are going to see it fire. Unleashing high explosive shells onto the German lines. All the Panzers just get into the church in the nick of time, hiding behind the large oaken doors. Next shot flies quite far. And there we go, direct hit on the church. Another hit. Church almost down. Well, down to half health. Panzers, oh, they almost get hit by a grenade. Marder's taking a bit of light damage. Church continuing to take hits. Another Panzergrenadier squad arrives for the Gutsbellichingen. Or Gutsvonbellichingen. But the 105mm howitzer is up.
Objective captured. Marder here. Send your orders.
Kettenkraut sneaking about. All silent and sneaky-like. Scout car still doing alright there. They weren't actually phased out in the later stages of the war. They were basically not seen as worth it as they had put. Oh my goodness, another mine goes off, killing and pinning tail Panzers, allowing them to be easy hits for the riflemen behind the wreck of the scout car. But these were actually phased out because they didn't really have a good off-road performance. They rather replaced with half-tracks, which were then equipped with the sort of the armoured car, the other armoured car, which was also phased out, by the way. Or, you know, well, that was it. Otherwise, it was the big armoured cars or reconnaissance tanks, like the Lux. Oh, Luftwaffe squad takes a direct hit, pummeling the poor, brave men of the Luftwaffe. They shall be remembered as heroes of the fun. And there we go, riflemen charging up, going at the Krauts. Heinz, you need to stop them. But no, they cannot stop the riflemen moving up through the cemetery, taking good position behind the heavy cover there. Artillery forcing away the Martyrs, away the Panzers, making the chaps in the side of the church a better easy target, but there seems to be no grenades. Engineers following up. Riflemen going in, but they're actually going to be exposing themselves a bit too much to heavy fire from all sides. And now with a bit of the church blown away, more troops can actually shoot out of this side. There we go, 1 squad of Panzers on the retreat. Other squad moving up. Engineers continue to take the point, but they are taking quite a few shots from the Panzergrenadiers inside the church. The pressure is up. More reinforcement will be needed. Several anti-tank guns hidden around and more rearward positions, not too far up. He clearly does not want to risk them getting overrun. And there we go, artillery hit knocks out 3 Panzergrenadiers. And, oh, direct hit on the bell tower. 5 kills for the howitzer so far. Definitely not bad, not bad. In particular considering they are Panzergrenadier kills. And the Marder hits a mine. The Marder, oh, Pffrestyler got a bit too greedy, but looks like it will be able to carry away, although the entire engine block is on fire. Actually looks pretty right there in that way, although a bit eerie. And the driver will have to drive away as quickly as he can. Anti-tank gun up north in a bit of trouble, will need infantry support, and so looks like Kaipao. Now he's actually not replacing any of his infantry squads as of yet. I do feel that is a miss, as that is giving Pffrestyler and the Panzergrenadiers quite the advantage. And there we go, an anti-tank gun left to its own devices. Pffrestyler going for the victory points, and he's in fact incredibly low due to those initial fights where he did not do well. 2 squads of Panzergrenadiers, 1 offensive veterans, 1 now, versus 1 squad rifleman with Browning automatics. And of course the Panzergrenadiers have Gewehr 43s. There we go, anti-tank gun, but grenade! 1 down, but now definitely he might have something that could more equalize the fight. And a mine goes off, killing 2 more Panzergrenadiers on the retreat. And 1 squad has been equipped with assault rifles. Mit die Sturmgewehr. Kettenkrad running into a bit of trouble. It looks like the scout car has been rerouted to move up towards the northern point. Rifle squad moving in. And again, artillery fire on the church. The tower is now completely gone. And looks like could be collapsing anytime. Mortar half-taker has been pulled out. Panzer squad almost down. Assault rifles managing to push away the rifle off the right-hand side. Might even go for the engineers and clear them out. And there we go. Die Sturmgewehrs secures the victory. Scout car a bit cautious over there. The church a ruin. And riflemen are coming under considerable fire. Kaipao now being heavily pressured. As the Panzergrenadiers move forward, and actually it's time to look back at Kaipao, who has access to Rangers, and in fact called in a squad. And equip them with not with assault rifles, with the Thompson submachine gun. Was quite the submachine gun, although a bit expensive to make and quite heavy, making it a bit unwieldy. Right, no, Luftwaffe troops moving up. More mines going down from Kaipao. Very nice mining from him. Scout car in trouble. Mortar rounds very close to hitting the Rangers. And looks like these engineers actually reach veterancy 1, and engineers can regain the veterancy from killing opponent troops with mines. And there we go, Luftwaffe squad hits the mine, losing several men in front of the Rangers. The Rangers continue to push. Artillery opening up as well. And the Panzergrenadier squad with the assault rifles, I think, went down in a horrible explosion. Mine cluster going off there as well. Grenades getting locked left and right at the Panzergrenadiers, covering the retreat for the Rangers and the riflemen. And the cafe has been demolished as well. Probably by Pffrestyler again to deny another spot of usage right there. Supply and upgrade number 2 on the way. Weapon supports and on the way for Kaipao. And Fallschirmjägers now arrived from the 3rd Fallschirmjäger Regiment, which was one of the many Fallschirmjäger units fighting in Normandy, although this was a bit more independent of its own division. And they are just taking those riflemen to town with their ambush ability, which actually gives them quite a bonus on their shots. And Fallschirmjägers are definitely one of the best infantry units in the game.
We're losing ground out there.
So quite a suite of forces being sent in to aid. The 17th SS Luftwaffe troops, Fallschirmjäger. Veterancy 2 for the Howards already, by the way. Very nasty stuff. And a medic station actually now up behind the wreckage of this farm building. Nicely guessed by Pffrestyler where the artillery was going, although the Kettenkrad did not survive. Small grouping of trees getting blown up. Going for the victory point though, Pffrestyler very intent on ensuring he does not lose. And a few Luftwaffe troops on the run there. All he needs now is the Panzer Support Command, perhaps some Panzer IVs or Hotchkiss tanks if that is what he fancies. Small infantry force moving towards the west. Medic station in support. Another force moving up towards here. Sniper on the way. The Scharfschütze. And the Panzergrenadiers engage the riflemen. Mortar rounds going down. Quite an engagement out in the middle. Sticking to the craters. Moving up though behind the stone walls. The Americans continue to fight the Krauts heroically. Bazooka rockets, VARs and Thompson submachine guns encountering more veteran Panzergrenadiers with the Gewehr 43s and Kar 98Ks. Shoot, Heinz! Shoot for the eyes! And there we go, one ranger goes down. And we are seeing a slight retreat towards the medic station. If you only had a half-track, you could actually have it function as a forward reinforced position. There we go, Panzer is actually stealing a bazooka. Medic goes down. In fact, the very same bazooka was used to kill an American medic. Devastating. Engineers on the retreat. Sniper ready, but will be needed. Rifle fighting against the Fallschirmjäger. Again, the Fallschirmjäger proved to be very
Lost a unit.
powerful when in cover, and apparently can cloak very quickly between shots, meaning they can constantly get ambush shots. I mean, 8 kills already and not a single man lost, though that will probably soon change. Mine goes off, killing our Panzer and leaving the rest very wounded. And looks like a rifle squad will be reformed. Artillery going in, possibly on the mortar half-track, but fails to hit. Rifleman charging straight into the Panzers. Might wanted to drop a grenade first, but instead... Oh, no. Sniper adds in, though.
Enemy unit down.
And there we go. The mortar half-track is actually lost. There's 2 martyrs still are there. That's about it. And 1 lone medic has to pick up the remains. At least from the American side.
Losing a victory point.
Fallschirmjägers want to move forward to secure the victory point. Kaipao, I think, needs some armor. And then he needs to call in some artillery on those martyrs, perhaps assault them with infantry first. Then he might actually be able to get a good position against Pffrestyler, because currently all of his anti-tank rests in these 2 martyrs. Which rather means he can do some alright damage if he plays his cards right. But definitely getting a bit more infantry now, thanks to the medic station. So far, Pffrestyler is not clearing it out. The Panzergrenadiers move out, meet der bazooka. Look, Heinz, it's so small. Yeah, not like our Panzerschreck. There you go, the Luftwaffe troops on their way, wishing they had stayed in the Luftwaffe rather than being sent to the army side of things. Fallschirmjäger's holding up nicely again, getting quite a few kills, even with offensive veterancy, but now the sniper's actually making things a lot more difficult. And there we go, grenade on the Fallschirmjägers. Down to 1 man. Run, Mr. Fallschirmjäger, run! And he succeeds. Heavy fighting going on over here. Riflemen, artillery hitting their own medic. Armored car going out for Pffrestyler again. And both bazookas launched from either side miss. Anti-tank and nowhere near to support. Panzer is pushing up forwards. Will they try to No, never mind. Artillery going off again on this swath of Panzergrenadiers. Anti-tank opening up on the armored car, which is moving forwards. We are seeing an overcharged engine. But it... Oh, main gun destroyed. It might make it out of there. Damn close. And looks like another rifle squad could be reformed any moment now. Though some more forces might be needed over there.
What are my coordinates?
There we go, the Panzer is pushed forward as soon as the barrage ends. This could actually be the end of a rifleman squad. And there we go, very intently trying to knock it out. Rifleman quickly retreat, medic goes down. This is clearly the end of this medic station.
Our forces are taking casualties.
And I do believe it's time for the mid-game analysis. Current situation, Pffrestyler is making a nice return, but he's clearly not out of the woods yet. Kaipao is fighting well, he is fighting hard, he's done a lot of damage, in partly just using munitions. He might want to sort of sharpen up in his artillery usage, and he wants to clear out this town, he wants to get those martyrs, and he wants to get some armor, at least I would suggest that. I also think he needs to push a bit more towards the right-hand side, a bit harder. And he needs to keep some more casualties up here against the Panzergrenadiers. More medic stations might benefit him, but overall, I mean, very nice unit preservation, not wasting units, good sort of things for keeping in the fight for the longer run. Medic stations, supply yard upgrades, that is the good stuff. Good usage of his doctrine so far. Pffrestyler certainly also fighting quite well with Fallschirmjägers. I mean, 16 kills in these chaps again. Fallschirmjägers are absolutely devastating if you know how to use them. Pffrestyler clearly does. Good use of his, well, assets and doctrine as of yet, I would say. Very interesting use of the martyrs. He needs, though, to clear out this side. He definitely just needs to keep Kaipao from being able to sort of launch much more else. which is so far doing quite nicely with a more elite infantry force at the moment. But you should be careful, a few good grenades in there could quickly turn things, and this looks rather nice and epic. But let's return to the fight. Medic station is down, leaving the Rangers behind, and... oh, no, mind, he didn't have another medic station up. Bit of a fence blown up. The Rangers are legging it away for a more clear retreat path. Very nicely handled. We do see a bit of slowing down there, and there we go, retreating instead that way. A sniper moving up needs to be careful though. Although there are mines to cover the retreat. This is... oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. And artillery going out, setting off the mine, but killing a squad of Panzergrenadiers. Very nice. Moving up towards the center. Martyrs blasting. We're actually getting one rifleman. Perhaps even two. And there we go. Another squad of Fallschirmjägers appear from the darkness. Creeping through the cellars. And appearing right there behind some heights. The riflemen, the Fallschirmjägers were definitely elite infantry. During Normandy, in fact, some of them were even being equipped like Panzergrenadier Division. That is, they had some high degree of motorization. And I think they were even supposed to have a reconnaissance battalion that was equipped like a bit more like an actual Panzergrenadier Division, that is with armoured half-tracks. Some really fascinating things there. Armour car pulling up, supported by Fallschirmjägers and Luftwaffe troops. Riflemen are quick to pull away. Very intent on getting those munitions back, obviously. Another sniper on the way for Kaipao. Fallschirmjäger sniped. And veterans who won up for that fellow. Rifleman might want to get into the building or something instead of being caught outside by those Fallschirmjägers with offensive veterans who won. There we go, Granate. Could also use a bit of suppressive fire. Sniper opens up, gets another Fallschirmjäger armored car out. Rangers moving in. Anti-tanker moving up, another sniper. Kaipao clearly now shifting his focus from the left to the right hand side. Armored car needs to be careful. And there we go. Oh, bazooka hits the well, denying anyone uses the other for some time. And there we go, full infantry force moving in. Getting sniped though, two snipers now out. Then going to be a problem for Pffrestyler. More artillery on the way. It looks like he might be firing after the Martyrs. It looks like he is indeed. So far not having much luck in actually securing a hit on them. But no, never mind. Armored car moving out. Needs to be careful. Needs to be careful. 4/6. It's time to return to Pffrestyler, who keeps up the brave, the good fight. His Luftwaffe troops also doing so, but yeah, they're getting outnumbered and outgunned and killed. And there we go, several men dying in the process. Oh, the Luftwaffe squad went down. Very brutal execution there by the snipers. Panzergrenadiers and armor coming in, trying to get the snipers, but the armor car has to be careful. There's still one bazooka, there's still a lot of fire. And there we go, the Panzergrenadiers arrive. Both offensive veterans are free, but they're getting sniped. The armor car close to going down. And there we go, heavy losses for the Panzergrenadiers. One squad, though, on retreat. Oh dear, down to one man. Rückzug Heinz, or Fritz. Very damn close there. Victory points getting low for the Americans now.
The enemy advances.
And looks like a butterfly bomb field is getting called down. Snipers proceed to immediately take target practice. And of course, then it's going to alert Kaipao to what's going to be waiting there. And again, he's firing at them. Martyrs, and of course, one. Oh, direct hit this time, taking down to half health. Could actually knock it out. Here's the thing though about artillery. It has something called scatter, which is dependent partly if you can actually see the target, but also in range. So the farther away the target is, like for example in this case, the less likely is actually being to hit it, but also because you can't see it again, further scatter. So those are some of the rules when it comes to artillery. Fallschirmjägers hiding by the victory point, ready to ambush anyone moving in. Bit of a standstill actually for once in this so far interesting fight. We are seeing a Panzer support command going up for Pffrestyler. All Panzergrenadiers at work. No replacement Luftwaffe troops, just Fallschirmjägers. None with the FG-42 as of yet. Very quiet. Fallschirmjägers moving towards the west. There we go. Looks like we might be setting up an engagement here again. And a butterfly bomb goes off, killing poor Henry. Armoured car doing what he can to harass the riflemen, getting Jones. And another medic station going up for Kaipao again. He's shifting his focus. That medic station also denotes that. And again, it's very close to actually getting another rifleman squad reform. So that could very much work off quite nicely. And again, a direct hit on the Marder. Again, he's not repaired either of the Marders of yet. Armoured car and Trouble Rangers taking up position in the house right in front. Armoured car gets out of there, and there we go. Marder moving away, but with the damaged engine again.
Enemy will never be able to match the efficiency of our support.
Going to be very dangerous. A full assault into town could in fact result in the loss of them. He's locking it down again, perhaps realizing he can't get it out of there. And we are seeing expert repairs. He's clearly not going to be dealing with Luftwaffe troops then. Just going to let the Panzers do the work. And there we go, Rangers pushing in. Rangers hit the Marder. That's like hitting the broadside of a barn. And with the bazooka nonetheless. Panzers though quickly pull off. Or up, I mean. Advancing up here. Minesweepers clearing the path. Nicely done there. Snipers over not getting two Fallschirmjägers right away. Marder gets away successfully. Artillery though getting called in again. Off map this time. Failing to do any damage to the Marders. Oh, never mind. Very close. Oh, market stall collapses. Fallschirmjäger squad number 2 moves up and gets heavily sniped, taking heavy losses. And we are seeing a machine gun replacement going up. Another Luftwaffe squad actually ends up getting called in. So I was wrong there. And we're seeing... Bloody hell, 3 snipers. I think that's a bit too much. That could very much end up biting Kaipao in his arse. And I think some armor would have done better here, in fact. You know, could have rolled in and quickly knocked out the Marders with low health. But we are seeing... And he's actually getting Hotchkiss light tanks. He's calling in some assets from a further unit. The 100th Panzer Replacement and Training Battalion. Quite the comfortable symbol here under the command of Pffrestyler. And another mine goes off, destroying the engine. Right in front of an anti-tank gun. The mines continue to do excellently. But the Panzer squad pushes up, doing heavily damage to the rifle as they try to get out of the house. And 30 caliber opens up, revealing its position, forcing away Pffrestyler's troops. Hotchkiss pulls up, and we are going to see some rockets on the way. To be strapped to the sides. And there we go. Right down here, and there's so many clustered around this point. Very quick to get out of there. Sensibly enough. Only 1 rocket hits, though. Now the Hotchkiss needs to get away. No upgun forward by the looks of things, which is definitely going to go against infantry. Direct hit from bazooka to the rear of the Hotchkiss. Lots of heavy fire being directed. Panzergrenadiers, Fallschirmjägers moving up. Hotchkiss gets a kill. Hotchkiss gets a kill. Panzergrenadiers charging in. Grenades getting lobbed. Quite the fight right here by the ruins of the church. Hotchkiss scores another kill. Artillery going in on the German positions. Awfully close to the Luftwaffe troops again. 1 poor sap goes down, another Hotchkiss arrives. And another Luftwaffe squad is killed by the howitzer. This howitzer is simply the bane of all Luftwaffe troops. And the Fallschirmjägers are getting felled by the snipers down to 1 man. Retreat, Pffrestyler. All snipers now seem to be missing as he retreats. He runs a gauntlet. He is like a duck in a shooting gallery, and he goes down. Marders moving up to clear up the machine gun emplacement. Kaipao's attempt at securing the center did not quite work out well. Rangers quickly, swiftly counter-attacking. Hotchkiss is nearby, both equipped with rockets now, unleashing a storm of them. 3 snipers moving up. Rockets flying down. And now this Fallschirmjägers unleashing their wrath on another squad of Fallschirmjägers. Rangers are up close, getting blasted though by the Hotchkiss tanks. Defensive efficiency for the Marder 3, increasing their survivability. And there we go, the Hotchkisses are finding a way, getting several Rangers. And another Ranger, all down to 2 men, very close right there for Kaipao. Marders continue to get repaired, another squad of Luftwaffe troops. None of them are actually ever told what happened to the previous one. What happened? Say won a trip to Berlin, yeah. They did not get wiped out by artillery. Nein, a trip to Berlin, yeah. Anyways, onto the fight. I need you to repair some stuff. Don't mind the artillery. It will never hit you. You are Germans. Anti-tank and not recruit, but there's another one there. Kaipao, though, is holding the center quite nicely, and it looks like he's going for the last victory point. He might try to force things there, which could definitely work out, but he might need some armor to actually pull that one off. Or at least be able to put a bit more weight than just one squad of riflemen. But securing the center nicely. He might actually want to consider laying down some fresh mines to delay any advance of Pffrestyler, particularly since Pffrestyler has no more Kettenkrats. Rockets landing on his own troops even. Ach du lieber Pffrestyler. But let us return to Kaipao, who definitely has the munitions to mine this area off. And he is in fact a bit. He could cordon off with a bit of barbed wire, a few tank traps and mines, make it much more difficult for Pffrestyler to take this, and that's rather what he would want to do. And he's also got a ton of command points. He could try with the single off-map combat group if he wanted so, but apparently he does not. And I think one tank destroyer, perhaps some armor cars, could benefit in this case. But there we go, another Kettenkrat out to, in fact, spot for mines. And possibly also spot for the artillery. So nicely done there. But artillery going in for Kaipao himself. Most likely directly on the Hotchkiss tanks. And there we go, one almost down. Very close, very close. .30 kills on that squad of Panzergrenadiers, 32 on the other one. 0 on those Luftwaffe troops and 5 on the Fallschirmjägers. And Kaipao moving out in force, needs to be careful, and he needs to get those Hotchkiss light tanks out of there. But the Marders are blocking the way out. And there we go, a small raid there being initiated by Kaipao. Panzergrenadiers and Fallschirmjägers catch them. Marder opens up a nice hit as well. What's that? The Hotchkiss. Grenades getting locked, but they fall a bit far. Failing to connect. And there we go, a rocket barrage being launched right at the Americans. And oh dear, rockets going down! 3 snipers down! 3 snipers! Kettenkrat was also lost. Heavy losses right there, 3 snipers, absolutely gutting barrage right there by Pffrestyler. Absolutely vicious stuff. The Fallschirmjägers moving up. Panzergrenadiers laying on the pressure. Fallschirmjägers are going to flank the position. Grenades on the Panzergrenadiers. Heavy losses right there. BAR dropped by some rifle. He quickly picks it up and dies, dropping it again. Fallschirmjägers appearing behind the lines of Kaipao. And Rangers taking up positions, but there are so many butterfly bombs nearby that have not been cleared out by him. Medics, though, continue to pull in the wounded. Rangers retreating. Riflemen not doing too well. Artillery barrage hits directly in the center of the broken church. Butterfly bombs dealt with. Fallschirmjäger squad goes down to a grenade. Oh, the action, the carnage. Hanging out the windows. That was absolutely brutal. An absolute meat grinder. But a good one. And the Fallschirmjägers advancing also get hit by a howitzer shot. Hotchkisses are the only armoured support that can at the moment be afforded, so they move forward with their tiny guns, which unupgraded actually all right against infantry. And unleashing some more rockets. And another sniper out for Kaipao. I'm pretty confident he should not get more snipers at this stage, but there you go. Sniper a bit slow. Oh! Anti-tank gets off a nice hit there on the Hotchkiss. Panzers push forward. The Luftwaffe troops keeping up the rear. Fully equipped, fully veteran Panzergrenadiers. 39 kills, by the way. These are definitely true heroes of the Third Reich. And the anti-tank gun crew goes down. Rangers push forward. Veterans run up, by the way. Looks like they actually secured a BAR. More artillery going down into the center of town. Looks like butterfly bombs are getting calling. I was about to call them butterfly. Butterfly bombs. That would probably sound a bit silly. This artillery barrage failed to do much. Though it doesn't matter much with veterans to free this howitzer can fire reasonably often. Machine gun placement down and a mine down to connect this. Kaipao is clearly very aware of harassment attempt. That is good. Very good indeed. But he needs something that could perhaps pull off a swift one against this point up here. Artillery going in again. Luftwaffe troops quickly get away, not fancying the fate of their comrades in arms. Rangers maneuvering straight into the minefield. More rifle moving in. Oh, these Rangers need to get out of there, and I fear they will go down on the retreat. No, very lucky. Rangers, snipers opening up. Fallschirmjägers moving into town, and the rockets unleash another barrage of doom. 9 command points. I think, again, that he needs to consider some armor. And we are seeing a small force moving up here, but there's still the scout car there, very intently on securing that victory point as well, which will require a larger force to actually deal with by Kaipao.
Engineers here. 105 battery here.
Very tense stuff. This is a very close race. Both are down to about 30 victory points. Another squad reformed for Kaipao. And still not a single Panther in sight, by the way. Quite impressive stuff. The engineers are suffering here to the scout car, securing another kill. And actually moving up to take the victory point back, to keep up the drain. Fallschirmjägers taking up a position by the remnants of the house. The only thing still left standing inside the village, of course, there's still these houses at the outskirts, but that's largely because they haven't really been in the field of battle. Fallschirmjägers. Oh! Snipers awfully close to butterfly bombs. Right, you have to be careful. Artillery going in again. Riflemen getting hit by their own artillery. Careful, Kaipao. Careful! Direct hit on the howitzer. Hotchkiss. Luftwaffe troops moving up, but they do hit a mine. Going for the victory point. More riflemen arriving. Rangers. More riflemen. One man left to take the victory point. Get him out of there, Kaipao. Get him reinforced. And he dies. Snipers continue to fire. Great Panzers continue to fight. They want that central victory point. Heavy fighting. Rockets being unleashed again. Another barrage from the Hotchkiss light tanks. And the Panzergrenadiers quickly pull back, realizing they cannot contend with such a large force. Anti-tank gun recruit. Snipers moving up. They want to hunt some Panzergrenadiers. Mortars moving up. Clearly the sign of desperation from Pffrestyler. He has nothing left. He has to push in the mortars to support the fight as well. The Hotchkiss is fighting desperately. Marla takes a direct hit. And we see a Fallschirmjäger squad moving in from the flank, trying to hit an exposed point in the defensive line, but quickly the snipers lock it down. Martyrs on the run. Not entirely sure what they're intending to do. Artillery going in on the troops right here, taking a heavy toll on the Panzergrenadiers. Fallschirmjäger squad down. And the central victory point is once more American. And the Rangers are on the hunt. They're trying to hunt down the Martyrs, and I'm not sure what Pffrestyler is trying to do with his Martyrs. Is he trying to get the machine gun emplacement there? What is he? Martyr could go down. Rangers, riflemen, everything fighting. A bloody fight. Fallschirmjägers arrive. One Monarch goes out of control. Fallschirmjägers get suppressed.
Enemy unit down.
And the Monarch tries to dismantle the machine gun emplacement. Another one going down again. Very intense stuff. Rockets going down, clearing out the anti-tank gun crew. Units are down left and right. Fallschirmjägers just tearing the living stuffing out of the Fallschirmjägers. And he is down. Another Fallschirmjäger squad lost for Pffrestyler. The 3rd Fallschirmjäger Regiment, desperate to support the 70th SS, are taking punishing casualties. And there we go. One absolutely manic assault from Pffrestyler. Vorwärts, Männer. Angriff. Zerstören Sie die Feind. One Hotchkiss is down to a sticky bomb. The Panzergrenadiers, the Fallschirmjägers, Kettenkreuzer being shoved into this. Machine gun placement unleashing hail storms of bullets upon the advancing German. Snipers are having glory days of just picking off targets. The Riflemen just continue to kill. Center victory point is neutral. Howitzer being unleashed upon the center point. Panzergrenadiers get wiped out. The Luftwaffe troops hold on. They take it. And the Hotchkiss continues to blast away at the machine gun emplacement. Down to 11 victory points. Another Fallschirmjäger squad appears. But quickly gets suppressed. The Hotchkiss quickly is slowly moving away. The Rangers are moving up. Hotchkiss takes a hit. And there is so little left for Pffrestyler. He has lost so much. Sticky bomb on the rear. Bazooka hit. No, not the other Hotchkiss. And another Hotchkiss bites the dust. The Fallschirmjägers fight from the remains of the building, and which is practically ready to crumble away as well. Another sniper ready. And there we go. Another squad of Fallschirmjägers faithfully pushed away. And one last Luftwaffe troop is just being pushed forwards. Panzergrenadiers at the back going, keep moving. Rudolf. And the Panzergrenadiers will still have the bazooka pushing forwards. And there we go, the Luftwaffe squad. Last man standing got killed. GG. And a last push by the scout car. A last push. Butterfly bombs getting called in by the looks of it. Returning to Pffrestyler. A last act of desperation, sheer desperation from Pffrestyler defensive agency, keeping the scout car a bit longer in the fight. The Rangers get pushed away and they hit a butterfly and getting killed. But the anti-tank gun, oh, it's bugged. That's not fun. But 5 victory points left. The northern victory point is undefended. I mean, one half track with some troops could quickly move up and take it. Fallschirmjägers appear. The scout car quickly moves on to the next victory point. And the Fallschirmjäger squad going for the victory point goes down as well. And the scout car is lost. It hit a mine. Oh no. We're just down to Fallschirmjägers. Fallschirmjägers fighting the last good fight for the fatherland. When there's nothing else you can count on the mighty Fallschirmjäger to see you through. Hopefully. We've been marked. Take cover. As the riflemen push forwards, absolutely desperate. Minesweepers clearing the path as the shield laid down to cover that victory point. And there we go, once more in the hands of the fatherland. Fallschirmjägers moving up.
Our enemies will cower as the Wirbelwind Flakpanzer is now available for deployment.
Medic station ready to almost reform another squad. Going for the victory point. The Fallschirmjägers are moving in. The Fallschirmjägers. And of course, I mean, one way that Kaipao could protect themselves is actually to demo charge all of these houses and basically bring them down. Fallschirmjägers getting sniped. Fallschirmjägers, oh, butterfly bomb, and they hit a butterfly bomb each and get killed. Gott im Himmel. And there we go, he finally gets his lazy ass around to getting an off-map combat group. And there we go, 2 armor cars, a tank destroyer, riflemen. But it's too late, it's too late. It's too late for Kaipao. Another Volunteer squad appears to throw things into chaos. Artillery going in. But there is no hope for Kaipao. Not for the 1st Infantry. His own artillery dismembers his squad. And game over. 5 victory points left for Pffrestyler. That's an epic match. I mean, really, lots of back and forth, and really by the end it really looked like Pffrestyler would lose, but then he just pulled through an absolute act of desperation, shoving whatever he can into the fight, and somehow managed to pull it off. I think what is his name actually? Kaipao, whatever. Gone perhaps an off-map combat group early. Had he just shifted 1 unit towards this victory point, he could have won. But by the end, he was so absolutely lost in that single victory point, he could see nothing else. And he kept fighting around it, and that allowed Pffrestyler to just pull off a few absolute desperate gambits, which pulled off the fortune makers just appearing out of the houses. But I mean, most of this map has been leveled. So many houses are gone or close to gone. So much wreckage, so many men lost. He's lost entire Panzergrenadier squad, and in the end, his entire force is only composed of Fallschirmjägers, and even then, he was having trouble winning. The butterfly bombs definitely paid off. His overall strategy was alright, nice. I mean, he perhaps could have done with some infantry more early on, but certainly doing quite well. It was just the artillery causing him so much grief, and he had trouble dealing with it because he didn't quite have the tools of the Wehrmacht to sort of, explicitly knock it out permanently. He might have, perhaps done a bit better. I know, perhaps also attacking up a bit here. I mean, in the end, it did become a bit more of a slug out for this centre, but overall, very nice play from both players. Very good usage of mines and butterfly bombs from both players. Very overall nice unit preservation, although they couldn't keep it all going. And nice usage of medic stations by Kaipao. Good usage of supplied upgrades, but in the end, he can't focus on this, and he forgot about this. Had he gone for this, he would have won this. But very, very tense match, very fun match. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, why not subscribe or tell your friends, or share it or whatever. If you didn't, why not send in a replay? If you want to provide some feedback in the comments. What did you like about this match? What did you think was the overall heroic unit of this match? This is Imperial Dane saying cheers, and feel free to follow me on Facebook or Twitter. Links are in the comments.